All right, AWS reInvent is over, and it was, as always, a complete fire hose of announcements. So, what actually matters? We've waded through all the keynotes and press releases for you, and we're going to break down what all these changes really mean for the future of the cloud, AI, and, well, your business. To really get a handle on what's going on, you just have to look at this one quote from AWS's new CEO, Matt Garman. This right here signals the big theme of the entire event. We're seeing a fundamental shift. The cloud is no longer just a passive place where you dump files and run servers. It's becoming an active, intelligent partner. So how exactly does the cloud get a brain? Well, it's not magic. It all starts with two absolutely crucial ingredients: a whole new generation of incredibly powerful AI models and the custom-built hardware designed to run them at a truly massive scale. First up, let's talk about the models themselves. AWS just pulled the curtain back on its new Amazon Nova 2 family. And as you can see, they've got specialized versions for different jobs, like Pro for heavy-duty coding or Express for general text. But the real headline grabber here, that's the Nova 2 Omni model. This is a single, unified model that gets text, images, audio, and video all at the same time. I mean, just imagine feeding it a product demo video and just asking it to spit out a complete marketing plan with screenshots and everything. That's the kind of power we're talking about now. Okay, having a powerful base model is one thing, but making it truly understand your world is a whole different ballgame. And that's exactly where Nova Forge comes in. Now, this is not just your standard fine-tuning. The game-changing part is that AWS is letting you inject your own private data while the model is being trained. The result is a totally custom model, they're calling it a novella, that deeply, truly understands your specific business, your products, and all the unique jargon of your industry. But of course, training these huge custom models takes an insane amount of horsepower. And that brings us to the hardware side of things. AWS's answer to this problem is their brand new, custom-built Trainium 3 AI processor. This is a huge strategic move, by the way. They're not just relying on chips from other companies anymore, they're building the entire stack, right from the silicon up. And this number really says it all. It illustrates the incredible leap in performance we're seeing. Servers that are packed with these new Trainium 3 chips can deliver up to 4.4 times more raw computing power for training AI models. In simple terms, that means projects that used to take months could now potentially be done in just a few weeks, and they're more energy efficient too. Okay, so you've got a powerful new AI brain, and it's running on some seriously supercharged hardware. What do you actually do with it? Well, AWS's answer is pretty bold. You create a whole new class of collaborators, autonomous AI teammates. Now, this is absolutely crucial for understanding the shift that's happening. We are not talking about simple assistants anymore, the kind that just reacts to a command. We are moving to AI agents. You can give these agents a complex goal, and they will plan, execute, and work on their own for hours, maybe even days, to get it done, all while learning from your team's work as they go. So with that idea of agents in mind, let me introduce you to a new trio from AWS. They're calling them Frontier Agents, and each one is basically designed to be a brand new, highly skilled member of your tech team. First up, there's Kuro, who is essentially your new AI coding partner. Then you've got the AWS Security Agent. Think of it as an automated security expert that literally never sleeps. And finally, the AWS DevOps Agent, an operations pro that can manage your infrastructure and handle deployments for you. Let's just zoom in on Kuro for a second, because this is a huge deal. This goes way, way beyond simple code completion. We're talking about describing a new feature in plain English, and Kuro helps turn that into a technical spec, writes the actual code, and can even be turned loose to, say, update dependencies across your entire codebase, all while learning and mimicking your team's unique coding style. And if you're thinking this all sounds a little like science fiction, well, the business impact is very, very real. Just to give you a sense of what these kinds of agents can do, the source material pointed out that Lyft used a similar AI agent for their support tickets, and they cut the resolution time by a staggering 87%. Now, just imagine applying that same kind of efficiency to your software development or your security reviews with these new frontier agents. All right, for all this high-level AI to work its magic, the underlying plumbing, the data and compute infrastructure, it all has to get bigger, faster, and a whole lot smarter. And yep, AWS announced some pretty major upgrades here too. So let's start with Amazon S3, which is basically the data lake for the cloud. The maximum size for a single file you can store has just jumped tenfold, from 5 terabytes all the way up to 50. This is a total game changer for anyone working with massive single files. We're talking high-res media, complex scientific simulations, or huge chunks of genomic data that you just can't easily break apart. And this is where the infrastructure gets really intelligent. It's a brand new feature called S3 vectors. Now, vector search is the secret sauce that lets AI understand relationships and similarity. It's how you can search for things that are conceptually similar, not just textually identical. It's the magic behind good recommendation engines. Before, you needed a whole separate, expensive database just for this. Now, AWS has built that capability right into S3. You can run these powerful AI searches right where your data already lives. And the efficiency gain here is just wow. By building this capability right in, AWS is saying that using S3 vectors can slash your costs by up to 90% compared to running a standalone vector database to do the same job. And this chart really just drives the point home, doesn't it? It makes the business case crystal clear. You see the typical high cost of a dedicated vector database, and then you see the cliff it falls off with the new integrated S3 vectors. For any company that's building AI-powered features, that is a massive, massive incentive. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground. New AI models, autonomous agents, supercharged data infrastructure. So let's bring it all home and talk about the most important part. What does all of this actually mean for you? So, yeah, what is the bottom line here? How do all these tech announcements and buzzwords from a conference actually translate into a real competitive advantage for your business? Well, it really boils down to 3 huge impacts. First, faster innovation, plain and simple. Tools like that Kiro coding agent can literally compress software development cycles from months down to weeks. Second, greater efficiency. The combo of custom chips like Trainium 3 and integrated services like S3 vectors is all designed to bring down the cost of building with AI. And third, and this is a big one, this enables totally new business models. It gives every company the tools to create its own unique AI and launch smarter products that were just out of reach before. So if there is one single idea to take away from reInvent 2025, let it be this one. The cloud isn't just a passive provider of digital building blocks anymore. With all these new capabilities, it is actively becoming your co-builder, an intelligent partner in creating whatever you're building next. And that really just leaves us with one final, and I think pretty exciting question. We've seen the new tools, the new agents, the new power that's on the table. So if the cloud is now your co-pilot, an intelligent partner ready to build right alongside you, what will you build next?